welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaya from Kaya Station Homebody, and today I'm going to be showing you the works and the finished projects that I have done for this trip and what I brought with me that is handmade, and also what I'm working currently. I'm gonna try to make this really quickly. My parents will be here soon to pick me up, and my boyfriend. We're actually we're in Florida, and we're staying in this hotel until today, while my parents and my brother and his wife and the kids go on a cruise. They actually came back today, and so they're doing all that stuff before they come and pick us up. I'm a little bit out of breath because I was moving chairs and deciding stuff. So I did crochet a lot of stuff, and I have a top that I crocheted way ago. But if you've been following me on my YouTube, you know that I have this top that I created. It was kind of like the first one that I have ever made. Created as in like I made it, not like I made the pattern or anything like that. So yes, I actually wear this shirt all the time, and I wear it a lot on my videos, and I was having problems on the side because the work was getting undone and the two panels were not held together anymore. So I was starting to do this type of job, or this type of work in the beginning, before knowing a lot of how to put two panels together properly, how to tie it down and stuff. This is like at the beginning of this year. I've been knowing how to crochet for almost 2 years now, and I never really done any clothing stuff or anything. So when I first tried my first top ever this year, it had a lot of stuff, gaps and stuff that were not completely right, but also because it's my first top, I feel like it looks really cute and nice, and I like it. And it's just like, it's kind of like a draft, but I don't know. So the first top I want to talk about is not my first top, is something else, and is my almost last top that I have made. And this was by myself. I did not look for any patterns or how to do this, so this I made it myself. So this is the top I made, and actually this is cotton yarn. This is Sprout cotton yarn from Premier Yarn. The one thing I have to complain is I hate the shedding. This is not the only cotton yarn that does this, but I also gotta tell you that all this shedding is because I wear this top for almost a whole full day while I was getting out of the airport from Boston, going through the TSA, I think is how you say it, having to be in the airport and then the airplane, and then, you know, a bunch of stuff. And I managed to take this off around almost 11 p.m. and I had this on since maybe 2 or 1 p.m. So for about 10 hours I wore this top, and I had it with a shirt underneath because I couldn't really have this on by itself. Oops, seems like I missed something here. So this top is actually not good by itself, but it's really good if you have like long sleeve. Kind of acts like a vest. So after wearing this and feeling how this actually feels on me, I feel like this is a great vest for me, and I can use this in the summer if I wanted to, but I'm not a huge fan that it sheds. And I'm having a hard time finding yarn, even thick yarn, that doesn't shed. And I don't know where to get them, how to get them, or what to do. So I don't like that. Right now my pants have so many of like fibers, and it sticks to my black pants. And so yeah, I want to show you the back as well. And this is the back. This is like what I was telling you about the shedding. Just give you a little close up, but this is the back. I'm sorry, I was going to show you the front again. This is the back, and I really like this color. I don't use the back color as much, but I feel like it will look really good with underneath shirt or something like that. Give me a second. I think that's my mom. Okay, I'm currently texting with my mom. She wanted me to send her the pin. I asked her how long she's gonna take. But either way, this is the top. I feel like if I wear like a black shirt underneath it, like maybe a round neck, and then either like short sleeve or long sleeve will look really, really good with this. I strongly believe it will. I actually was wearing one of those black shirt underneath, but it had a V-neck, and that's the only reason why it didn't work as well. It did look good, but not as good as I wanted it to be. So I feel like with a round neck, this will look really, really good. In the bottoms, I also did, let me take this off for now. In the bottom, I also did this flowers, which I hope you guys can see them. But I made this flowers, and let me open one up so you guys can, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but yes, really pretty flowers. And it has a bunch of flowers all around, as you can see. And it also has them in the other side as well. So this is really huge. I'm not gonna lie, when I was making this, I don't know why I thought this was gonna be the long, like I don't know what I was thinking. Because it's really hard to measure yourself, to be honest. And when you're like living in a van, it's hard to stand up and, you know, put this on. You have to go outside constantly, and it's just not as easy. So like I'm coming to have, I'm starting to have some problems while living in the van while doing this type of hobby, because I feel like you have to test them a lot, and I don't test them like I'm supposed to all the time. So first thing I think is that the straps are a little bit too long, and I could have put this up here. Like I could have gone a little bit more higher in this area. I could have probably made this whole road like this one, like join both sides together, starting from up here. I think I should have done, it would have been a lot better. I don't like it because on the side it shows a lot of my side fat, and I don't like it. But I feel that this is a really nice top, and I feel that a vest is the right word to use for this, because even if it's not the top that I wanted to have, it's definitely a great vest. So, but either way, I feel that for being my first top, there was a lot of, not my first top, well, yeah, my first top that I made by myself, and I basically made the whole thing myself. I didn't look up online how to make this type of, you know, top or anything. I just make my own measurements, and I make sure that it will go around my armpits and everything, which it did. I just feel like it was too wide. I went all the way down here. I should have got all the way here, you know. But again, it's really hard because when when your project is not blocked or anything, because I have to steam, I had to steam this project, and I feel like that's why it kind of got longer, because they relaxed the stitches, and so I feel like that's why it's a lot longer. And I also wasn't paying attention, I know for sure, because I don't know how I got it to be down here. Like I don't know what I was doing. I guess I wasn't really planning it like I was supposed to. So I definitely want to make this top again, and I do want to make something that is more like a top than a vest, and I want it to be very close to being just a very casual shirt. So that's something I do want to do again, and I want to try this project again because I really, really liked it. This time I'm probably not going to do the flowers or anything. I was just trying to be a little bit extra because I had a lot of yarn, and I was like, yeah, fine. Let's do some flowers. Let's do some borders. And it's because at the end I didn't have enough yarn for both colors, like the one in the front and the back. So I needed to start doing the purple borders so quickly, and a little bit more higher than I want it to be, because I didn't have enough yarn, and I wanted it to be long enough for me that I won't show my stomach or, you know, show all the stuff that I don't want to be shown. So yes, but it was definitely a very nice try. I wanted to bring it with me because I felt like I do enjoy wearing it. Don't get me wrong. It's something really nice to put on top of all the things, and I did enjoy it. The only reason why I haven't used it as much for the past couple of days is because it sheds so much, and the things that I wear underneath it are mostly black, and it just shows everywhere, and I hate that. But that being said, it's a really pretty top, and I will definitely use it before I leave here, and I'm probably gonna be wearing that same top on the way home because it is a heavy top, and I don't know if we can put it in our bag and it would not be too heavy, because I also have a bunch of clothes that I'm bringing with me, and my mom is bringing, or she brought some skincare product for myself, and so I also have to put that in. So yeah, but yeah, moving on to the next top I have, and this is the one that I was talking to you guys about. This is a top that I was saying that it was my first top. So this is how it normally should have looked, a little bit longer, but this is supposed to be the back part of the top, and then this one here is supposed to be the front part of the top. So as you can see, this is shorter here than the back, and it's because when I first made this, I thought that this was gonna be a good enough length, and then excuse me, I thought this was gonna be a good enough length, and then after wearing it and putting it on me, I felt that it wasn't. And then the back, I was like, you know what, it's okay. I don't really mind if the back is longer, it's gonna look okay. And I did not like it. It had this weird cut here on the side really quick, and it looked really bad from the back. I did not like the back. And so I've been trying to hide it so nobody can see it, or like if I wear one of those cardigans and stuff, I can use the back part as my front if I ever wanted it, or use the front part as my back if I ever wanted it. And no, did I say that right? I probably didn't. Use the back part as my front, or the front as the front. There you go. So I managed to do a great job this time. Look at that. The seams are gorgeous. They're properly done. I am let me take this out of here real quick. Okay, let's put this inside out so we can see it. But I did a great job, I feel like, putting it together. It looks very professionally done, and I really, really, really like it. It doesn't feel like it's gonna get undone or anything. So yes, this is how the front looks like, because this is a more thinner yarn and has more holes in it. You can see the yarn that I use for joining these two panels together. But I have another top that you can't really see that as much, which makes me feel very nice about the job that I'm doing. So I end up doing this tie in the front because or in the back, whichever goes, because I wanted to kind of like still hold back and kind of like be able to tie it, look very sexy or something like that. And it did not look how I wanted it to be, but it doesn't look bad either. It's definitely, I wish it was all the way up here that I made this. Then this wouldn't look like this. Actually, that's up like that. This is sideways. Here it is. So to see this gap right here, I could have kept going and put in more here, but I was like, no, I don't want to overdo it, or I don't want to do something wrong. And I should have. I definitely should, and I still can. I mean, I can undo this whole work and do the job again. It's not a big deal. But yes. So I started to do something that goes like really wide to very small, so it will be able to tie it very comfortably and not feel very bulky. And I think that was the best idea. But again, on this side, look at this. You see, I could have just kept going up there. So what I do sometimes, because I see this area here like that, I did put like one or two or extra ones on that same line. So I try to stretch those ones that can go up there, so it won't look like that. I'll show you in a moment so you can see what I'm saying. Okay, this is what I mean. So I try to put it a little bit higher, spread this area a little bit more. I do have like a couple in this same stitch hole, I don't know. And I can move that up there, but it's the only one that I can kind of like play around. It's not the best top. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not completely happy about it. Okay, they're gonna be here in an hour, so I have enough time for this video. So yeah, I feel like this top is really pretty. I like it. I did wear this part in the front. I wear it in the front and I tie it in the front. Kind of like it. I can also tie it in the back, and I feel like it's gonna look also sexy. But it's something about it that I can't put my finger on it, that I feel like I don't like it as much. So, but I do enjoy this top, and it looks really, really pretty. And I did this work the day before I left. I was like, okay, well, I really want to take this top because I was using this top non-stop and I really, really like it. So I wanted to do something that I can tie down in the back so that this part over here won't look crazy in the front or in the back, or tie this in the front and the back won't look crazy. Wearing this with a black cardigan, a comfortable black cardigan, something very lightweight on top, will look so good. Because I don't know if I recorded that, but when I went to get myself to try the stuff on the department store that I went to, I had this top on and I put the cardigan on top of this, and I was like, wow, this actually really looks so cute. And I'm actually happy I went with this red yarn because it goes with like the end of this, and I actually wanted to do red yarn because I like the yellow in the front. I don't know, I really like this color combination, so I couldn't really not do it, in my opinion. And I had a lot of yarn left from this yarn, which I was really surprised because well, not surprised, I knew I had a lot of yarn. I just didn't know I was gonna be able to do all this work and still have enough yarn at home. So if I ever want to take this whole project in the bottom, like frog it and do it again, I know I can definitely do that again and have some yarn to cover those areas. So yeah, I don't know. This top is really pretty. This is the second time I kind of like redo the top, and I don't know, I didn't thought I was going to. I thought I was done, but the day before my trip, I felt that I needed another top, and I had this one. I really wanted to bring this one, but it wasn't properly done on this side, and I felt like it needed something in the front, and I felt like, okay, well, if I manage to do this and bring it with me, then I definitely, hell yeah, will wear it a lot. And so far I wore it all day yesterday or the day before that, and I'm definitely gonna wear some more. This is a yarn that I bought from Hobbii and Hobbii Lobby, I'm sorry. And I will put if I find the picture, I will put it in the screen. I think I showed this before in my vlogs, and I talked about it. This is, I think it's like 46 cotton and 54 acrylic, or the other way, or is it 50-50? I don't know, but definitely the best yarn I have tried, because I really love that it's still cotton, it's still breathable, but also acrylic, so it holds on the fiber a lot more. I feel like that's why it doesn't shed as much, or it doesn't shed at all, is because of that. And I really, really love it, and definitely something that I I like making. This one, I used a 5mm crochet hook with a yarn that you were supposed to use either a 4mm crochet hook or a 3.75, 3.5 crochet hook. So yeah, it's a very thin yarn. But when I was first doing this top, I went online and they were like, just use a 5mm crochet hook. And I didn't look at the yarn. I was like, oh, this yarn seems about the same as she's using. It wasn't. Her yarn was a lot more thicker. And but I did like how it made the top look. It definitely has a more mesh look like top than, you know, the one that I'm going to show you next. But I'm not going to continue on talking on this because I don't really want to make the whole video about this top. So we're going to move on to my current top that I just finished. That is one of my most top that I ogle a lot. Is that the word? Ogle? Like you're constantly looking, you're like staring. Is that the word? I don't know. Oh, shit. Okay, guys, this is it. This is the top. I finally did it. I finally done. It's done. I can finally share with you guys. This is the top. What do you guys think? So this top is using Hobbii 100% cotton Sultan yarn, and I believe it's the color Berlin, and it's supposed to be 156 yards, maybe, I can't remember. And I used the whole ball of yarn for this work, and I am a plus girl, so definitely feels a little bit shorter than I want it to. It is a bit it's not tight. It is definitely super, I don't want to say tight as in like tight uncomfortable, but tight like I should have made it a little bit more wider so it would be more breathable and not like stuck into my body. Like it won't, like not flowy enough. You know what I mean? It's not flowy, which is what I wanted. But if I wanted a flowy top, I wouldn't been able to finish the whole project. And I believe that this is pretty big, not gonna lie. So I was surprised how much I was able to do with one ball of yarn, even this being this wide. So I use the same pattern that I used for my first top. You know, just do a whole rectangular, you know, to fit your size. So I took the measurement of my bust, so it will be long enough, wide enough, hopefully. And then I also managed to hopefully get it to be my length. But that wasn't a thing that happened just because my length was not the best because I didn't have enough yarn and I have to kind of make it shorter. So I thought, well, if I used my my steamer, I may be able to get it a little longer-ish. And so it's okay if this is how short it will go to, or how much I can do of row for myself. So I did manage to cut the yarn a couple rows, maybe, a couple, every time the yarn changes, I will manage to cut the yarn so that it will start with a new row of the next color yarn. But in the back, I didn't do that. This is the back. And the back is also gorgeous. I think this is a really nice color. I like the black, but I love this color combination changing of this black and red. It looks really pretty. I feel like this looks so beautiful in camera, I'm sorry. And when I was in person doing this work, I couldn't really tell the color change and stuff because I'm so close to it that I can't really tell. But in the camera, you can definitely see the lines in the color change, which I did not notice that when I was doing this as much. So yeah, it's definitely a very nice top. I really like this. So let's talk about the process of this. I think that this was a great top to make. If I wanted to make another top like this one, I think that I would have wanted to be I would need it to buy 2 ball of yarn. If I want it to be more flowy and longer, I think that two ball of yarn would have been better. It would have made, I would have done a better job. But that being said, it's not bad. I don't not like it or anything like that. It is a beautiful top to work with. It was a beautiful top to do, and I enjoyed the process. But because I was in a rush to make this for my trip, I did not enjoy the process as much. And so I feel like at the end I was like already getting tired. I mean, I did 2,000 and something stitches in one day, and then the day before we left I have to do a bunch. Oh no, the day before, not the day we left, but the day before that one, I managed to finish this top myself, going really hard and strong. I didn't go to bed until like maybe 2 to 3 a.m. It was really, really, really late. And I didn't go to bed until really late that day. And I finished the top, and I also managed to get them together on the side. So this is how the side looks like. I feel that that looks so great. I really like how that came out. So very beautiful. I like it. It's definitely very, like, it has a lot of holes in it because I use half double crochet with this one, and I feel like I should have used something if I didn't want it to be like notice this hole being very noticeable. I think I should have used another type of stitch, but honestly I really do like this style. I don't mind those holes in there. I kind of like it, and also really nice when you're wearing a top underneath it, depending the top color. It shows a little bit through, which is really nice. So yes, for joining the 2 panels together, I did not do 2 panels. So what I did is I made the shoulder area, which I believe was about 6 rows. 2 of them in the beginning and at the end were, no wait, yeah, in the beginning at the end were half double crochet, and then the other 4 stitches in the middle, there were double crochet, and I really like how that looked. So it's really pretty. I really enjoy the look of it. I do like the double crochet in here, and I learned this from my first top that I made because I looked this up online, and I looked there was a pattern and a video of how to do this type of top, and so that's where I learned how to do that. What I did after I did the shoulder area, I then chained the amount of stitches that I had here in the front, and I chained all those here in the back. And then after I finished my last row on the shoulder, I chained as many as I needed to, and then I kind of like continued doing the next row on the older shoulder area, on the older shoulder part. And then I just went like this, and I continue on the top without having to do a second panel. I was afraid that I won't be able to do the same amount of stitches, and it would be like shorter, and I will have a hard time starting the second panel because this happened to me, and I literally got so mad that I frogged the whole project. And so I didn't want that to happen with this. So I thought, what is the best idea, the best thing I can do to continue this top? And the best was to chain those, then hook it up on this shoulder, and then continue the shoulder row, and then go back and then do the half double crochet on those chains that I did in the middle. But instead of going through the top, I went through the back loop of the chain, which made the top of it have a more pretty stitch look, and not the back bumps of it. So I really, really like that. I think it would have been better if I would have done if I would have done, how's to call it, foundation chains. Is that how you call those? But I have tried doing that, and it's just, I'm not really good at it, and it takes me time, and my hands cramp so much when I do that. So I didn't want to make my hand get tired or anything, because I mean, I had a whole panel to make and only like 2 days left. So I needed to do this ASAP. So yes, but it turned out really well. I do know that the length is not as the same as the panel, the front panel that I started with, because of that chain I did here. Instead of having double crochet, my first row was actually, I mean, half double crochet, my first row was chains instead of half double crochet foundation chains. So it lost that little gap of half double crochet that I didn't do, because I only did chains on it. And then on the next row, I did the half double crochet. So the first row, there was no half double crochet in the neck area. That being said, this project ended up looking really good. I love how the neck area looks. I love how it came out. Even if I didn't do, like, even if there wasn't half double crochet in the neck area in the first row, I do believe that I prefer this look a lot better. So yeah. So yeah, guys, this is basically my top. I do have a little problem here because I kind of like wave in at the ends, and even as much as I did my job properly, it still kind of like shows a little bit through there, and every time I have to like stretch it or something, I don't know why, but it's bothering me, so I may have to fix this later on, you know. So but either way, it's definitely a very cute top that I created, and I really love it, and it's definitely something I want to wear. I haven't worn this yet, but I believe I'm going to wear this maybe for an activity that my mom is going to be having this weekend. So I did bought a cardigan, so I'm going to put a cardigan on top of this and just wear either my new jeans or my leggings. So we'll see how I can pair this properly. But it's definitely a beautiful top. I love this. And again, the yarn that I used was Hobbii Sultan cotton, 100% cotton. And I believe I used a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook for this project. I wanted to start using a 4, but then I went to a 4.5. I think that was the best option for me. And yeah, no shedding so far. I have wear it on top, and if it have done some shedding, I cannot tell. I'm sorry if the microphone keeps like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm trying. I forget that I have it here, but definitely no shedding so far, and I really enjoyed the top. The top looks really pretty. So, wait, sorry, I said no shedding, but I don't think I noticed any shedding, but I could be wrong. But so far, this top has been very, very comfortable, and it doesn't have a soft texture to it, but it definitely seems like a top that will hold on really well. So I do like it. And plus, now that I steamed it, look how wavy and fluffy this is. I love thin yarn, even if they take me so long to make a top for myself, because I am a plus person. Like plus here, plus everywhere. So like yes, I'm definitely gonna need a lot of yarn, and it's gonna be a lot of work. But it's definitely feels so good when you do it. It just feels worth it. Worth it. So I used to be mad by the fact that people would get to do one top in a day, and I'm like, why am I not finishing my tops in a day or like in a couple of days? Why it takes me a week or weeks? Like, why? And then I just like didn't hit me that I am a more shabby plus person. Of course, my items, my garments are going to be a lot more work, a lot more time, a lot more yarn. So it is obvious this is going to happen. So, but either way, now that I come up, now that I have accepted this truth and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, Karen, there's something wrong with you. Now I feel better. But either way, this is the end of this top. I want to talk to you guys about something that I'm creating right now, and then I gotta go. I got my boyfriend stuck in the bathroom. He's like, I will go to the bathroom if you want to make your video, because he watches a lot of stuff and make noises and stuff. And so like I'm constantly being like, babe, and he's constantly being like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. So like I was like, I don't want to send you to the bathroom. That's horrible. I don't want that. But he's like, no, it's okay. I'm okay with that. And I feel horrible. But I didn't make him go to the bathroom. He was the one that offered it. That sounds horrible, as if I kick him out. But it's just like, it wasn't my fault, guys. Don't look at me like that. Okay, guys, so this is my current work. I'm using another Hobbii yarn, and I'm using a whole ball of yarn. I know this one I will have enough to make the whole top. I think so. So this is a Honolulu 52 cotton and 48 acrylic, and this is the color Prism. I don't know, or number 3, or number 6 actually. It's called number 6, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook for this one. And then you're supposed to use a, mine does weird. Doesn't really say. Either a 3.5 or a 4mm crochet hook, I think. I don't know. This is really weird. It just shows 2 needles in there. So I don't know. Either way, so this is where I am right now. This is my progress. I have to put this away real quickly because I gotta go soon. But this is the project. It is pretty long. I mean, pretty wide, which, believe me, I am happy that this is wide. I am thinking about doing the same thing, about doing the shoulders and then chaining and then continuing. I think that's what I'm going to do with this top too, because I really did like how the other one ended up looking. And I really didn't mind that the first row in the middle was a chain and not, you know, whatever this is. So I'm going to be okay. That's gonna be fine. And if not, I will try and see for this project, maybe I can do the foundation and see how it works. But this is what I'm doing. It's a mesh top. It's definitely very gorgeous, very breezy. Can't wait to finish this. It's super lightweight, and now I'm getting to my next color, which I can't wait to see how this is gonna look. So I don't have anything to say. I started with a row of double crochet, and then the next row I did very spaced out double crochet. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and so, and that's what I'm doing here. So definitely really like this. I don't know if I put this in my video, but I think I talked about how much I like my first mesh top that I did, and I wanted to make another one, but something that it was more breathable and like cotton, where I feel more comfortable in it, wearing it in the summer. And I feel like this is perfect because it's not hot well, it's not hot, I was gonna say not hot or cold, but it's not hot. And so brings 52 cotton and 48 acrylic, which is awesome. So I think this is gonna be a great little mesh top to use a lot. So I'm definitely excited about this, and I brought this with me so I can have something to do in this trip. And I have worked on it here and there, not constantly, but I definitely did work a lot while I was in the airport. And when I got here, the first couple days, I worked on this a lot. but I didn't continue working on that a lot because I got a new yarn, and I bought this red saver yarn, and I have not used this type of yarn before. I think I bought red saver once and I did not like it as much. I don't really like the texture of this yarn, to be honest. Only bought it because I know people talked about it so much, and I wanted to do a blanket with this. Originally, what I wanted to do was a vest to wear it here, but then I was like, oh, you know what? No. So acrylic, I don't really want to wear anything acrylic on me, to be honest. So I didn't want to make it. So I also thought, why do I not make a blanket and maybe just give it to my brother and his wife, and they have something to like put on top of them when they're sitting, they're chilling in their sofa. So yeah, that's what I'm making. So I have not done granny square into the first, like the other day, the day that we left for a trip. That's the first time I have ever done a granny square, and I liked it very much because I did a good job. So I decided that the blanket will be a big giant granny square, and so I'm going to continue into this ball of yarn. Cannot give me no more yarn no more, and it will be either a big one or a small blanket. I don't know. I want it to be giant, but it may not be. So this is how it's looking so far, where I'm currently on this side. And let me put this down for a moment. You see how pretty it's looking. I really like this color combo, and it looks very vintage too. Very vintage color, very 90s color. So I don't know if they're gonna enjoy it, but I'll make it. And if they don't want it, I hope they do. But look at this, it's so stretchy too. Man, this looks so pretty. Now in camera, it looks better. Doing this, well, I have so much problem with this. I have to redo this work like 3 to 4 times. But the last one was the charm. So I definitely had a hard time with this pattern because I was doing stuff wrong. And I keep forgetting to turn my work around every row. Turn it around, turn it around, turn it. I forgot to do that. And at the beginning I missed something and I have to do it again after I was like a couple rows up there, and it happened to me a couple times and I was so done. But yesterday I did it. I started again last night, or this morning, I guess. Last night morning, I don't know. It was really late when I went to sleep. And I started again, and it's starting to look like what I want it to be. This is gorgeous, guys. This is like gorgeous. I love this. I love this. And I did bought the jumbo yarn, so I feel like the jumbo yarn is going to give me enough yarn to at least do a decent size of blanket. And I also bought a crochet hook with this. Is I think it's a 5.75 millimeter crochet hook. I was really confused because online and on the label it says to use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, but then over here in the front it says a 5 millimeter crochet hook, which I was so confused by that because here in the back says a 5.5. So I was like, okay, either a 5.5 or a 5. What is it? So I bought a 5.75 crochet hook because that's the only size they have close to a 5.5. And I was going to buy a 5.25, which was just cheaper option, and it was in stock. But I have a 5 millimeter crochet hook. So if it was a 5 millimeter crochet hook, then I will use the one that I have. Why even buy another one? But I didn't have a bigger crochet hook, and so I didn't want to use the 5 with this because I don't want it to be too tight. I want it to be kind of like the yarn be I sometimes tend to be either a tight crocheter, I was gonna say knitter, a tight crocheter, or a very loose crocheter. So it just really depends. But yeah, guys, I think I have to go now because it's just I need to. But I wanted to come here and do this really nice video to show you guys the process and talk a little bit about the tops that I brought with me and the process of my current top and how I feel about it. And I really do love it. I like it. I can't wait to wear it. I also want my mom to wear it to see how it looks on her. Maybe take a couple videos and pictures of her wearing it. But I'm definitely really happy with the top. It came out really pretty, and I can't wait to wear it for my little activity that we have this weekend. And I can't wait to continue this, which is a big yarn, and it's gonna make it easier to bring with me into any trip, any activities that we do here, because it's a thick yarn and it's easier to manage. Thinner yarn are very difficult. You have to be exact. And this one, the one that I'm using, has 4 strands and it gets stuck everywhere. So this one, this one pills. I have problem with, having problems with the single strands, but even if it's twisted, I have problem with it when I'm crocheting, but not as much when I'm using a thin yarn that, is not twisted at all. I have a lot more problem with a thin yarn, obviously. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a great job to bring with me and do it and leave it in the car whenever we go somewhere, and then pick it up again. And I know for sure I'm going to have this done by the time I leave. I mean, I hope so. It doesn't seem like a big project, and all I have is 1 ball of yarn. So whatever I can make with this, that's what it is. I have like about 10 days here, so we'll see. Okay guys, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I will be posting vlog videos from here. I have already taken so many videos while being here. This is like our first day with my boyfriend by ourselves together. Now we're gonna be with the family, so I still have a lot more days to go. So I am super excited. I don't really want to go back to Boston anytime soon, to be honest. So I'm actually excited about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, okay? Subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna make more videos. I will post them really soon. And yeah, my name is Karen, but you can call me Kaya. I kind of prefer it. I live in my van. It's been 4 years now, I think, of living in my van, basically, and almost 4 years. And I love the experience so far. I do want more in the future, but for now, this has been really great and good to me. And I live in Massachusetts, and yeah, I moved there from Puerto Rico about 4.5 years ago, and it's been or 4 years exactly. It's been such a journey, not gonna lie. It's been a journey and I love it. So I hope you guys stick around for my journey that is about to come in the future. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you in my next one. Any yarn that I use for any of this project, if I can find it online, I will post them down below in the description. And I may put some affiliate links or something like that from Hobbii or whatever. So you're not obligated to use it. But I do like getting free yarns. I do like getting points. I do like getting points that I can use for all this stuff. So you can't blame me for wanting this, okay? Okay, that was a bad excuse. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless you. Bye, guys.